Hey Ray, so when you're working inside Salesforce, this dashboard is like super inactive. So you'll notice that if you hover your mouse over these graphs, you can actually click on the graph and it takes you from the dashboard into a report. This is where you can change everything. So in your dashboard, just so you know, I'm just going to open this into a new tab. When you're working on like in this dashboard, this is the same report viewed three different ways. Okay, so if you wanted to adjust how you view the dashboard, if you wanted to add like more reports, you click edit, and then once you edit it, you've got your charts down here at the bottom. It's saying what the source is or what the name of the report is. So I'm pulling the LDA placements for 2013. All right. Um, and then, of course, what I'm doing from here is when you click on the wrench and you can decide what graph you want here. And then, of course, you can decide which report you want to pull. And so what I'm doing from the LDA is going to my LDA placements 2013, dragging, and then once you see the green check mark, dropping, and that's how I'm getting the report. The way that I'm getting the different data points is I'm clicking on this little wrench, and then with this and the component data, this is where I'm coming to my y-axis and I'm choosing what I want to report on versus the CA, the campaign name, or the close date. Um, so that's how I'm doing this. And then of course the biggest piece is making sure that you show the values, um, so that's where the numbers pop up right here. So that's these two, right? That's very straightforward and simple. This report is actually a it's I'm doing comparison data and I'm using this guy in the middle so that I can show um, all 3 months together. You can also do a side by side uh, bar chart as well, but that's how you do it. So if you wanted to add more reports, you come in here, and so what we're about to do is we're about to clone this, make this for 2014 as far as the quarter. So you'll see the range is the previous quarter. Well, really what we want this to be is we want it to be the current quarter. Okay, so when you move to the current quarter, you'll see that the date ranges move, but the report doesn't change. You have to hit run report. And so once you hit run report, you'll notice that we don't have anything set so far for this year. And then on this, you're just going to do a save as. It's the most efficient way to do it. So we'll call this LDA placements 2014 Q1. Okay. We're going to put this into the LDA folder, and then you can hit save and return to report. So knowing that it's Q1, if you wanted to go ahead and hard code this in, you can, right? Um, and then it's also got some pretty cool other metrics in here as well, all sorts of stuff that you can do. The biggest thing in this too is coming in and saying if you wanted to do hard code it, you can do custom and you can leave it as is and you can hit save. And then now this will just hit save and return a report. And then of course now we have this in our custom range. So now if you go to your dashboard, what we want to do is we want to add in our Q1 stats. So I'm gonna drop the report above Q4. I'm gonna do this across the board, just like this. And I'm gonna come in with my data source. And actually we need to refresh this so that we can pull in the 2014 graph. So let's do that real fast. So I'm gonna come back, drop this in here. And then I'm gonna come to my data source. And then I'm gonna go to 2014 Q1. I'm going to drop these across the board. And now really what I want is I want these to match the graphs that I have below. So on this report, what I want for this one is I want the y-axis to be the sum, right? But in this one, I want it to be the close date. And then under my formatting, I want to show the values. And in my display units, I want those to be whole units. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And so now this port matches the one below. So I'm going to call this Q1 2014. This is going to be Q1 2014. Of course, you can name this whatever you want. Q1 2014. And then in this guy, I want this guy to match the one below. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my wrench. And on this one, it's going to be sum of quantity and then the CA, so that's right. For my units, I want whole units. And then for my formatting, I want to show the values. And hit OK. And then on this guy, I want this to be a comparison chart. So what I want this to be is, I want it to be sum of quantity. I want it to be the CA. And on this one, I want it to be, I want to group by the CA. And then I want it to be this middle chart right here. Display units, I want it to be whole units. And then, of course, for the formatting, whole units. And then for the formatting, I want to show the details on the hover, which is what allows us to do this down here. And just to double check, you have sum of quantity on the left, and that's what you have here: sum of quantity, sum of quantity, sum of quantity, close date, CA, CA. Of course, then your legend's going to be at the bottom. So now you're set with your Q1 stats. So all you need to do now is hit save. Okay? And then you're going to close this out. Save and close. And now you've got your Q1 2014 stats. So as soon as people start closing out machines, it's going to look exactly like it does below, but for Q1 2014. So again, if you want to take a look deeper into this is the same graph every time. If you want to take a deeper look, you can just click into one of these, and it takes you, again, from the dashboard to the actual report. And I'm going to change this one so it's custom and it's last quarter so it never moves. And I'm just going to save this. And I'm actually going to play Q3. I'm going to say Q4 so that we have some clarity. Now, it's got to have an underscore. Just so you know, that's how you can access the reports from the dashboard. But let's say you wanted just to see these reports in general. If you click on reports, the blue folder's the dashboard folder, and then this one's the reports. You have your 2 reports right here. So I have a bunch of reports in here already that we can continue to get in your dashboard, but this is more or less, what you've got going on. So anyway, man, go to town. Like, you've got your dashboard set up with the Q1 stats. We'll get the meeting stats on there as well. But at least now you've got a little bit more data to work with. The other thing that's really cool is you can actually, if you click on this, you can do what's called schedule a refresh. And then what this does is you can actually email this to yourself every single day. So you can hit daily, email dashboard to me or to others every weekday or every day, and then you can have it set so it actually just hits your inbox every day at 7 a.m. And then you don't even have to worry about it. So this pulls the time that your profile is set up to. And then if you hit save, you're done. It's going to get emailed to your inbox. It's really cool. It's a PDF. You can read it. You can send it to the entire LDA team if you want to. If you click on others, you can actually come down here and you can say roles, and then you want to send it to all the LDA team. And that's like the best way to do it. So anyway, if you have any questions, man, let me know, and I am happy to help.